Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch
Jeff
this
was
for.
doing this.
I think
and
go for an hour, but I'm gonna have it on high speed, so I'll
Inappropriate.
probably go for about half
That's why he's
the
always
time.
tired.
Well, no,
All the
maybe not
cum,
that.
sir.
Probably about 40 minutes.
It does wear you out. But I got the photo with these girls, and they walked off. It was all
So
normal.
this is as you know, guys, I do a lot of like stuff, Australia stuff and all that. But I saw this on his channel, and I just couldn't help myself because it was a free video he decided to put up. So I thought, why not? We'll go have a look at it. I mean, it's for free and all that. We can watch it. Let's get the speed up straight.
And the more I explain it and go into detail, it sounds abnormal, but it was normal, I swear. And they walk off, and their dad, I think, one of the dads, was there. And he asked his little girl, who is that dude? Who the fuck is this dude, this allegedly balding dude, standing over there and you're getting a photo with him? And I'll never forget her response. She said, oh, that's Isaac Butterfield. We know him from the internet. So I'm a pedo, immediately pedo in this dude's eyes. I'm a huge pedo, that's fucked. And he reacts like any other dad and starts to make a beeline for me. He starts walking straight towards me, fucking looking straight into my pedo's soul. And I started to panic. I was like, this would be a terrible time to have one of those fucking seizure things. And he's walking towards me and I go, I fucking winked at him. I winked.
That's a bit weird.
I don't know if anyone's a pedo in here, how you doing, but I tell you what, if anyone ever accuses you, don't fucking wink at him, all right? I tried everything with this guy. I was like, no, I'm neurodivergent. He goes, oh, you're a retarded pedo, are you? Christ. It's tough out there for poor old me.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm very happy to be here, but in Australia right now, wherever you go, wherever you do shows, and it happens all around the world actually, you have to do a lot of ceremonies. You have to do welcome to countries. It's part of the contract. Yeah, some big fans of welcome to countries. I tell you, like, this is the thing. If you don't know what a welcome to country is, it's where an Indigenous person welcomes you to the land that you may have stolen some time ago. Which, let's face it, if they just did that at the start, heaps less genocide.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I haven't watched any of his stuff,
All right.
guys, so I
Do
thought
the
we'll do it
genocide
together.
stuff, right. Pussies.
So that's what we're doing.
But it
But
doesn't
other
make any
things
sense
after
just
this to
welcoming
do, but
for people
this
who
is
have
the main
stolen the
thing.
land. Like, if you stole someone's Airbnb and then they turned up a few months later and said, welcome, you'd be awkward too. You'd be like, thanks.
Yeah, it would be a bit of an awkward show.
I'm going to stay. But I do have to do a welcome to country here tonight, and I will do it in my own way. I'll do a white person welcome to country. We've been here for a long time. It's about time that we had our own little version. I want to pay respects to the traditional owners of the corner block, about a kilometre that way.
Yeah.
The Jones family, they've been here for 40-ish years. They're beautiful people. They have also had their kids taken away from them, but that was something to do with leaving their children in the car park of a local bar for too many hours.
Yeah,
It's a whole
it
thing.
sounds
They're
like
still
the
in
police
court.
would have
And
done
I just wanted
that.
to just give them a shout out. They're hard-working bogans. And I want to get paid respects to bogans,
Yeah,
past,
so he's
present,
got this.
and emerging.
This
And now that I've done that,
thing.
we can get on with the show. And I know why people come to these shows. I know exactly why people come to my shows. They don't come because of any sort of videos I've made on the internet or jokes I've made in the past. They come because they want to hear my opinions on geopolitical issues in the Middle East.
Yeah, of course they do.
I can talk about it. I got a blue tick on Instagram. I can talk about politics in the Middle East, all right? I know all about it. Usually I listen to only chicks with huge tits talk about issues in Gaza and Palestine. It's really interesting. And that's where I get most of my information from. But I know a lot of people want to talk about it, and they want to always, I think it was a protest.
It's always worth
today,
talking
there was
about
one last
something,
week, all the
guys.
time.
I don't know what's going on with chat, but I
It's-
can't see chat.
It's horrible
It's
to
not
say,
working.
but we do need to focus on the problems that we have in our own country, rather than worrying about, this goes for everyone all over the world, rather than worrying about what's happening in places we don't live, let's clean up our own backyard. I think a lot of people would agree. Because what terrifies me is that our kids might never be able to buy a home. The housing market here is absolutely outrageous. The housing market in Gaza is exploding, and this is the thing.
Oh yeah, it would go,
Ian is
wouldn't
going,
it?
every home is entry level, is what I'm saying.
Some of these jokes, guys, are a bit
That should be one of the ones that causes issues. Good. The birth rate in Australia and a lot of the Western world is going down. A lot of ladies aren't having babies anymore. 1.5 children per woman. You fucking lazy cunts. But that's crazy. That means that we'll have this massive population decrease over time, and there won't be enough support to support us as we get older. That's tragic. In Gaza, they have issues with. They don't have the issues, actually. There's children everywhere. There's bits of children here, there's bits of children there.
Oh, that is
I've
harsh.
got one more, but it sucks. It's so bad.
Yeah.
The cost of living crisis. Everyone talks about the cost of living crisis. Oh, mate, go to the grocery store. It'll cost you an arm and a leg. You can write that one yourself. Wow. Mate, you may have noticed that I took a bit of time off. If you've never seen me before, I took a bit of time off. I took
Yes,
a
you
year
do.
and a little bit. The reason I took this time off is because my beautiful wife Claire and I, little Dickie and I, had a baby. Little Atticus. Our little man, little Addy, and he is an absolute gem. And I just so blown away with what it means to be a dad to me. It's just incredible. And like, you know, I know you probably think before the show, like I'm backstage doing coke and fucking, yeah, no. We were just shushing him off to sleep, hoping he'd go to sleep so we could get
Oh,
on stage.
for God's sakes.
And I was
I
looking
read the
at him,
wrong
and he's
message
just
to
so
my
beautiful,
friend.
and I couldn't.
Man,
I just can't believe I made that with my cock. It's unbelievable. It's uncanny, is what it is. Like, don't get me wrong, Claire was involved as well, but I fucking mixed that batter, ladies and gentlemen.
I know,
don't
she would've
what I did,
known.
but I threw some bloody heat that night, ladies and gentlemen. I fucking
You're
threw
not
some
an
heat.
idiot. All right, let's keep watching.
Like a fucking thermomix.
Oh, God.
She loves it.
I bet she does.
The thing about trying for a baby is this, and I'll make it very simple for everybody, is it's exciting for dudes, right? Because we spend our entire lives desperate to come. Like, dudes
for
are
God's
like, if you don't,
sakes.
I know ladies think they're up there with masturbation and fucking finding themselves. You're not, all right? Number one, your orgasms are boring. Oh, I'm gonna come. Shut up, all right?
Oh, God.
Oh, I can't sleep unless I come. Yeah, bitch, you're putting me to sleep too. You're not even doing anything. We can paint houses with our shit. We try our entire lives to just jizz. That's all we want to do. Dudes will do anything. We'll Eiffel Tower girls. You know what an Eiffel Tower is, sir? Where you stand on the other side of a woman who's bent over like that, and then one of your mates stands here, and you try and touch dicks in the middle. It's the gayest thing of all time, but we do it because we want to come.
Oh, God.
And then when it's time to have a baby and your partner goes, you can come in me. You go, oh, fuck, I'm not ready for that shit, man. That's fucking, I'm not ready for that. That's collective. And you get a bit scared. I was scared anyway. But it's exciting, man. It's exciting to try for a baby. And
I mean, I don't mind watching this. This is something interesting. Just something different to watch, guys. But after this, though, we'll be going and watch Total Local Live stuff because there's some interesting stuff going on there.
Ladies and gentlemen, do we have any pregnant people in the audience? And I say people because everyone can be pregnant. Anyone here tonight pregnant? Yeah, someone at the back. Congratulations, that's so exciting. You're about to fucking just ruin your life. People say that. People say that about a lot of things with pregnancy. They say the vagina's going to be ruined forever. They say it's like your favourite pub burning down. I disagree. I'd say it looks like Nagasaki and fucking Hiroshima mixed together. Like no one will want to go there for 60,000 years. But I tell you, when you fall pregnant, it is scary as a dude because you have no control of the situation. You're just there. You're just along for the ride. And you go to appointments and everyone hates you at the appointments. They all hate the dude. All the fucking nurses, you walk in, they're like, fucking you. Fucking you.
Well,
Like,
to be fair, it's like what, for males, it's like, what, 10 minutes work and the woman's got to deal with it for like 18 months.
When Claire fell pregnant, she was gorgeous. Like, absolutely, like just radiant for weeks. I reckon for about the first 16, 17 weeks, she looked incredible. And then something happened. Must have been around 18 weeks. She turned to shit, ladies and gentlemen. She started looking like this alcoholic bricklayer with chronic gout. Like she was stomping around the house, just demanding fucking hot chips. I was terrified of her. She was everything I've ever feared. An overweight woman with mental health issues. Like, it was terrifying.
Oh, God.
Oh, this woman. And her fucking nipples, mate. You meet someone, like, it's fucking false advertising, I'll tell you that right now. You meet someone in a nightclub and you take them home and you see their fucking nippies and you're like, yeah, nipples are great, awesome, high five on the nips. And then you get pregnant with this person many years later and then they just fucking start to, it's like the opposite of the Antarctic Circle. It's just starting to spread, this giant fucking dinner plate.
Oh,
her
boy.
nipples were so big that a local indigenous tribe tried to claim land rights over it. That's terrifying shit. There's protests and stuff.
All right, I'm going to watch this, guys. I keep looking at my phone. I've got this, like, terrible tendency of getting bored really easy. I'm enjoying this. I mean, it's something different. I do have some other videos I'm going to go through.
Now, I don't know if you know much about
Two
the
different
female anatomy.
types, so we'll be doing that after this. This is going to go for a while.
So
We're
say
already
this is a vag
quarter
area,
of the way there, so...
And here's the fallopians and the fucking uteris and stuff. That's a dick. The baby's head's here. If you wouldn't put your dick that close to a baby's head outside of the womb, don't fucking do it in there, you creep. It's dangerous too. You know cleft lips? You know where that comes from?
Oh boy, I think it was...
That's where that comes from. The soft spot? Horny dads. Miscarriages. That's because at that stage of life, a baby hasn't developed the gag reflex yet.
Oh. That's bad. That's a bad joke.
What an anus I am.
Oh, yeah, definitely you are sometimes.
Mate.
Well, I like
was
watching
so
him.
scared through the whole thing. Like, we did everything pretty normal, I think. We did everything pretty normal, but the sex thing just freaked me out. It really did. Because I remember one night, and I got a bit pudgy. I had a bit of a hysterical pregnancy myself. I started to get a bit of a belly going. And Claire had this belly. She started looking like me. It was fucking gross. Anyway, so I remember this one night. I'm going to act this out. I'm sorry if you're not 18 years old, but this is what happened. I got down into the position of... Not fucking doggy, mate. I didn't get in... She wasn't pegging me. That would be... If your wife gets pregnant and then pegs you, she hates you, okay? Just putting that out there. I got on top of my wife. I leaned in. Our bellies touched.
Oh.
And that was a bit odd, but I'm a good guy. I kept going. But it was all this movement, all this activity woke someone up. And I felt a little bit of pressure through her belly into mine.
Okay.
And I thought, that's our boy. for the very first time, and I stopped what I was doing because I'm a good bloke.
I don't know.
And
We
I
haven't.
put my hands, one there and one there on her belly, and I felt his hands, one there and one there. And I thought, this is incredible. We're Eiffel Towering your mum.
Alrighty. This is terrible. This is so bad. I mean, I like his type of
pregnant
commentary.
couples
It's
will
kind of
have sex and try to
it's in
orgasm
that
to bring on labour.
grey area.
And I thought that was bullshit. I thought that's ridiculous. That's no way that is how it happens. But then I thought about it for a second, and I thought, you know what? If my dad walked into a room and cummed on me, I would leave. To this day, I would still leave. Maybe that is how it works. I don't know. But no, we did everything normally. We did everything absolutely normally.
Yeah,
We
that
did
don't sound
all
like
the
it.
parties, the baby shower. We didn't do the gender reveal. We're going to wait until he's about 5 or 6 and give him some mental health issues. Mate, the process of the birth should terrify all of you. And I remember the night that Claire's water broke. It was hectic. It was crazy. It was 3 a.m. in the morning, and all I can say is how disappointing it is that Claire didn't think about me before she did that. How
Oh,
selfish.
that
I
is
was having
rude.
a great sleep, and this woman pissed on the floor.
Oh god.
You're in the bathroom, babe. Squat. She pissed everywhere. I was in there. It's 3 a.m. I'm like, okay, shit. She's shaking. I'm shaking. We're freaking out. Right? It was fucking so scary. And I did what all the partners do, the husbands do. I got on the phone to the hospital and I said, holy shit, it's happening. And the midwife said, get in here, big dick. I'm paraphrasing, but she said, get in here. And I said, all right, cool. And we had a planned Caesar, a planned C-section because of my big fucking head. And we don't want to tear that shit up. We want to keep it nice and taut. Allegedly. And she said, you're having a C-section, so Claire needs to be clean shaven. Now, little Diggy, my dear wife, she decided throughout pregnancy that she was going to really try and set some records with pube growth. She grew a mad fucking bush, this woman.
I bet she did.
She was going for records. It was scary shit, all right? Looked like the Jackson 5 had set up camp around her pubis. And I was like, okay, so I've got to shave this thing. So I had to get down with a fucking dry razor.
This would
get
be
up
a
in her bush,
terrible
and I was up like
image
this,
to
and it was
see in
thick,
my
and it
head.
was
It's
scary,
giving me
right?
headaches.
Seeing things, and there was fucking shadows, and I got around
I
one
mean,
corner, and
maybe
there
I
was
should not be
Japanese men,
watching
didn't know
this
World War II
on
was over.
YouTube. But I'm going to since we're restarted.
We got it done. We drove in. I made a coffee and we drove in.
Yes, we
It's
did.
all about her. And we got in there and we spent our final moments together. It was just us before we brought our little boy into the world. And I was just crying the entire time. I was a mess. And you know what? The worst thing about it was the surgery went terribly. They didn't numb her enough, so she felt everything from like here up. And she was screaming. And you know, it was like 5 a.m. at this point. I was like, really, bitch? Like, I'm so tired.
Oh my
I
god.
was squeezing my hands and this. But he was born. And I was very, very pleased. We didn't do anything weird. I didn't film it. It wasn't a water birth. I never understood water births. It's like, what are you going to do? You're not a fucking dolphin, cunt. Why are you in the water? What are you going to do if something goes wrong? Put your fucking hand up and wait for a lifeguard. Like, what's he going to do? Birth between the flags, madam. That's what you need to do. As with the dads who film that shit, I know a lot of probably our dads did that on the old big camcorders and stuff. I don't think you should be allowed to do that unless you have enough cash to get David Attenborough to narrate it. Behind me, a pussy destroyed.
I like that. That's funny. That's a funny one.
When he was born, this nurse came in and just started saying weird shit.
Oh boy.
She said, like, he was only a few hours old, I think, and she said, oh, he's going to be a real lady killer. I was like, what is it about my 2-hour-old baby that makes you think he's going to murder women? You never say that about a beautiful baby girl that was just born. You wouldn't say, oh, look at her eyes, she's so gorgeous. She's going to drown her kids in a dam when she gets older. Like, I know what she was trying to say. She was trying to say, and I appreciate the compliment, saying that he's so beautiful, he's going to grow up and maybe break a few hearts on his journey. But once again, you wouldn't say that about a little girl that was just born. You wouldn't say, wow, she's so pretty. She's going to grow up and everyone's going to want to come in her. You wouldn't say that. Don't say it about my boy. Don't be sexist. That's all I want. This same woman,
Oh
the
god.
same nurse, immediately, well, not immediately. She let, you know, a little couple other compliments come in and comments come in, and then she wanted to talk about circumcision. She said, are you going to circumcise your son? And I don't know what you think about circumcision. I am so against circumcision because I just see it as what it is. It's genital mutilation, all right? And I know some ladies say, no, it looks better, and I understand where you're coming from.
I
there.
don't
What you've got to
know.
understand, from my point of view anyway, is that you can't say shit. Have you seen what you've got going on? Have you seen it? You may not have seen it. You may not have seen it, all right? Have you seen it? You probably haven't, right? I want you to do, madam, tonight, is I want you to get home. I want you to get a nice little hand mirror or something. I want you to put it on the ground. I want you to pop a bit of a squat. And I want you to take a look and tell me it doesn't look like JFK's exit wound, all right? That's what I want you to do. You see Jackie Kennedy.
Man, now I get why some people. Okay, I get it why he gets sued a lot.
Are you pro or
I mean, I think
anti-baby
he's pretty
dicks? That's what I
good
wanna know. What are your
personally,
thoughts on
but
circumcised
I
penises?
do get why he gets.
You don't have a preference. You just want cock. You don't give a fuck where it comes from. Just fucking stick it in me. You, madam, Cox?
Oh my god.
No, but I'm interested.
I think you do give a shit. You do care, kind of.
Oh yeah, but
Medically.
medically.
Hang on, let me get my seat. If we're going to be medical, I'm going to need to sit the fuck down.
Safer to be circumcised.
Safer to be circumcised. Did you know that some babies die from infection from being circumcised?
And also die from infection for not being circumcised.
Oh, they die because they don't wash under their foreskin. Okay, well, let me just give you a bit of a thought. Let's all have a bit of a game here. Would you rather, say you kept getting feet infections, would you rather wash your foot or chop it up? Just peel the skin back. Peel it back.
Oh god.
Wash that knob. Wash that. That should be a t-shirt. Wash that knob.
It's gonna get us in trouble, guys. He's gonna get everyone
This
in
same
trouble.
nurse, she came back later on, and I was in the birthing suite for a while there because Claire was getting stitched up. She hemorrhaged as well. It was fucked. It was the worst. If we didn't get Addie out of it, she would have had some, she would have had to deal with a lot of shit from it. But we got a great little man from it, and I'm forever grateful for her sacrifice of that. Her body's not up to scratch yet, but I reckon in a couple of years. That's one of the great things about having a baby is you get the parents with prams park at the shopping centre at the mall. You get to park right up there. I parked there. I let Claire walk. She's still got baby weight, but
Oh god.
I parked there. It's really good. Now this nurse walks in, same one, struts on in, as you do, and she caught me singing because I was in there with Addie. I was holding him, and I was in tears that entire day. I couldn't stop crying, and the only way I could stop crying was singing to him. And I sung "Bar Bar Black Sheep." It was just all I could think of, and I was just like, "Bar Bar Black Sheep, have you any wool?" And she walked in and she said to me, she like interrupted and said, "You know that song? You know that's about slavery, don't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I picked a bit of cotton out of his hair and I went straight back. Well, I don't want him to turn into me, all right? I know a lot of people think I'm a piece of shit, etc., etc., and I don't want him to have to deal with that. I don't want him to have to grow up with me as a dad and having that sort of reputation that I have. And some people think I'm a piece of shit. I understand that. That's fine. You fucking got no sense of humour. Suck a dick. Like he's going to go to school one day and they're all going to go around the classroom, right? And they're going to say, "What does your dad do?" They might ask what someone's mum does, but who cares? They go around the classroom. They go in the classroom, and little Jimmy's like, "Oh, my dad's a firefighter," and little fucking Timmy's like, "Oh, my dad's a police officer," and they're going to get to Addie, and he's going to have to be honest. He's an honest kid, and he's going to say, "My dad, he's a racist." And I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. We're all a little bit racist. Every race is racist, but I don't want that. I don't want that for him. So I'm trying to teach him to be a little bit woke, and I think the best way to teach a kid anything is through nursery rhymes. So I've started teaching him a few little woke nursery rhymes, if you will.
Oh my
And
god.
sometimes I put him to bed with it. Sometimes we just sing them. Like, "I'm a Little Teapot's" a great one, but it's not very progressive. So I sing, "I'm a little trans boy, short hair, please. I've got a vagina, some boys bleed.
Oh my
Pronouns in
god.
my bio, read them, please. Black Lives Matter, free Ukraine." It's great. He loves it. Oh, he loves Humpty Dumpty, so it's Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty got his 5th jab. Humpty Dumpty's got myocarditis, Humpty Dumpty's dead.
Oh.
Allegedly.
I love this. This is funny.
Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick. She had gender dysphoria. Doctor, please come. Quick. The doctor came with a scalpel and hormone blockers. And Miss Polly's dolly walked out the door with a cock.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may not know this about me. Maybe you've never seen my face before, but I've been in a bit of trouble over the last few years. Yeah, I get in a little bit of trouble. Apparently, people don't have a sense of humour. Apparently, what you don't understand out there, if you don't have a sense of humour, is things that I say here aren't real. They aren't real. Like, it's a lot of this shit that I say on stage, I don't actually mean. I say it because it's horrible. People don't get that. I've been cancelled 4 times, 4 proper cancellations. And people say cancel culture's not real. They literally ring up people and go, I've had people ring up and try to cancel shows pretending to be me. They ring venues and go, "Yeah, I'm not coming in, and bloody Butterfield, I'm not coming in." And then they start ringing people. It's great. So that's cancel culture. Now, the first cancellation that I encountered was a joke about the Jews.
There we go.
Now, this was 2019, many years ago, back when you used to get in trouble for being mean to Jews. I could say this shit now and I could be fucking a lead anchor on CNN. I could say horrible shit about the Jews and everyone would love me. It's a much better time to be alive now. I made a few jokes about the Holocaust, okay? Just nothing amazing, nothing crazy. It was in my first special I ever filmed. That was all it was. It was just fucking silly little jokes. And this one lady in the crowd, she wrote me an email afterwards. And she said, "I love the jokes about Aboriginal people and I love the jokes about Muslim people, but you should never joke about the Holocaust." And I thought a couple of things from that. I thought to myself, if they really wanted to push the rates of, cremation, shouldn't they build, like, triangle ovens to allow for larger nosed individuals? But my second thought, so stupid.
All right.
My second thought is fuck you. You can't laugh at other people's tragedies and then not expect people to have a crack at you. That's ridiculous. That is so... I cannot believe that some people live in that bubble where they think that they must be protected, that they're a protected species. That's not any of us. We are all, except me, open to ridicule. And what I said to this lady, I emailed her back, so it wasn't even a heckle, so it's a bit fucked up. She was probably just sitting at home, you know, whatever Jewish people do at home, like planning to take over the world or whatever. Running the banks. And I sent her this email, and I said to her, listen, lady, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the oven.
Oh, God.
Now, if I had said that on stage, what a hilarious comeback. But this poor bitch is at home fucking sending me an email, and then she just cops that. Anyway, so I got the crime reporter for the Herald Sun in Melbourne, their biggest paper, contacted me the next day for comment. That's how big this went. The Jewish Times was talking about it. The Anti-Defamation Commission, they were talking about it. These are just jokes, ladies and gentlemen. But you don't have to be scared of Jewish people, unless you're in Gaza, obviously. The second time I was cancelled was with some much scarier people. Muslim people.
Oh, God.
Now, I don't want to say too much about the Muslims, but I'll say this. They don't love fun. And I said, allegedly, I did. After the Christchurch
I guess it's
massacre,
not
which was
allegedly.
a horrible tragedy where this white dude walked into mosques in New Zealand, in Christchurch, and killed all of these innocent people, just in their place of worship. I got on stage all over the world and I said, the saddest thing about the Christchurch massacre wasn't the 52 innocent Muslims that were killed. It was the thousands of others that night in Christchurch who couldn't get home because all the cabbies were dead.
Oh,
Fuck me, I got some hate. Oh my God, I got some hate. This is not me being hyperbolic, this is not me, you know, just trying to be cool or trying to look at me. I had 60,000 angry DMs on Instagram in 24 hours. And as I said, it's not like the Jews. Like they're, you know, kill yourself, whatever, Isaac. Like, I don't listen to that. But when you've got fucking, I don't want to say a racist name, but when you've got someone who, if he was your Uber delivery driver, you'd say, leave it at the door, saying to you that I'm going to come and kill you, you think, oh shit, maybe I should just get a regular job. That's what I was thinking. The third time
I don't blame ya.
was cancelled was in the great Australian state of Tasmania. Now, if you don't know much about Tasmania, if you're from another part of the world, maybe you don't know this, but Tasmania is like the most incestual shithole that has ever lived. Like, it's fucking gross.
what's wrong with
okay?
Tasmania?
And if you're from there, fuck you.
Now,
Now, they had a horrible tragedy there. They had a
I was waiting
jumping
for him to
castle
talk about
tragedy
Melbourne,
where the
because
wind
Melbourne's
rose underneath
pretty,
this jumping castle and blew all these kids away. And I think 12 kids died. I mean, maybe those numbers were inflated. That was the joke. The Premier of Tasmania, the Governor of Tasmania said to me, well, he didn't say to me, but he said it on the news, yes, we don't want Isaac Butterfield back here ever again. He's banned. And I was sitting at home going, oh no. Oh no. Not Tasmania. But once again, I know it was a horrible tragedy, but they are jokes. And I'm sure those kids would have found those jokes funny, and if they're up there still. I'm sure they came down by now, but
Yeah, I like watching him, guys. He's pretty funny. I like his
The
takes
fourth
because they're not too
was the biggest, and
aggressive.
this
I
was in
mean, they're not
2023.
extreme or anything.
all right.
Maybe
I
some people
was
might think they are,
taken
but I
to
don't
the Human
think they
Rights
are.
Commission because of a joke.
And after this, we've
Was
got a few
taken to
other
the
videos to
Human
do before I
Rights
do my
Commission because I
locale
breached
stuff.
somebody's human rights with jokes. That is how good I am.
Okay. So I'll probably be finishing in about
That is
4
how good
o'clock, guys, which is about an hour
Not
away.
a giggle, not a belly laugh. Fully fucking ruin your life shit.
Oh, God.
Now, they were jokes about Indigenous Australians, Aboriginal Australians, people who I have great respect for, and like anybody else, I make jokes about, because fuck you if you think you're special, all right? That's how I operate. Now, what I said on stage to make, and this is the crazy thing about it, one person complained, and I had to go to court. Like, this is the whole thing.
I
had to
hope
go to
my
court.
voice
I
isn't
was
too
taken
loud,
there,
guys. I
and
think it's okay at the
eventually
moment.
had to change
gonna
court
test it a
dates
bit
because my
later.
son was being born around that day, so I had to be in my hometown. And they want to be
The
there.
last
so
thing
they
I
wanted
want
to
is my
listen,
voice to be
video link.
super loud and
it
this
just
to
went
be
on and
super
on.
quiet.
And if you want to know, just for context, I should probably tell you the jokes. For context,
Maybe I
it's
should
not
just pause it when I
funny. So
talk.
what I said is, I introduced the idea.
I'd
on
rather
stage of
not.
cultural
I'd rather have it
appropriation, where
going.
One culture steals
That's
things
why I have the
from
sound
another
lower
culture,
on
like
the
lesbians with dicks.
video.
They've stolen dildos from men and replaced us. It's horrible. And I look at Aboriginal people and I think about what their culture has. And I don't think we as dirty whiteys ever took anything from Aboriginal people.
Except for
we
your
looked at
land.
tapping sticks and thought, fuck, better grab those. We never took anything except for the kids. Now, that's where the problem lies, because that's a joke about the stolen generation, a part of the time where the Australian government took kids from Aboriginal
Yeah,
families.
they
It's horrific,
did,
and people still
I
are
took-
alive that was a part of that. And they heard that shit. And I think this is the problem, because people see those clips, they see them like TikTok and Instagram, and they're not in a comedy club, or they're not in the theatre, they're not signed up they're not signed into the contract where you're here to laugh and enjoy things and know they're not real. And the problem with that joke is somebody filmed it and put it up online. Me. When will I fucking learn?
Yeah, you think you would learn,
But-
don't you?
That wasn't the joke that got her. The joke that got her was this. I had never seen, or at least I think I'd never seen, a transgender Aboriginal person. Or maybe I have, they're just hard to spot because the ladies already look like blokes. Now that's funny.
Oh!
That's not funny. Google it, it's not funny.
No, everyone's laughing about it.
So we fought it. We fought it because it is free speech. We should be able to make jokes about whatever the fuck we want to make jokes about. It took us a year, it took us a lot of money, but we won.
Yep.
And I'm very proud of it. I'm not proud because I get to be a piece of shit. No, I'm proud because we can say whatever the fuck we want, because you know if I'm up here being a racist that you won't laugh. You'll think I'm a fucking asshole. But if I'm just making fun of absolutely everybody, then it's fine. And that's why on this stage tonight, in this special, I would like to, if you don't mind, upset everybody. Okay, good. We'll stay with the Aboriginal people. For Pride Month, they actually had a transgender Aboriginal flag. They made a new one. It was the regular Aboriginal flag with the rising sun in the middle, but it was actually just replaced with a gaping arsehole.
Oh. This is...
They had this whole, like, Pride, they replaced some Aboriginal instruments and stuff like that for Pride as well. They had the double-ended didgeridoo. So silly. That's so silly. Okay, we're talking about Aboriginal people. Let's talk about white people. Huh? Yuck. 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 Melanoma. Oh. The Bali bombing, a huge terrorist attack that happened in Bali in the early 2000s, killed a lot of Australian whiteys. Heaps of Balinese people, but who cares? Heaps of Australian people. But it helped Bali out. It really did. It helped Bali out. It gave them another export alongside burnt DVDs, burnt Australia. So it's nice to be optimistic. People say, Isaac, you never make jokes about islanders. Yeah. They're fucking terrifying. I remember when I was young, I was playing sport. There was this one islander that turned up. I would have been like 7. And they were fucking 6'10", rippling abs, giant, covered in tattoos, big mustache. Someone's mum. I was fucking terrified. But what I don't like is how in Australia they call islanders fobs, fresh off the boat, right? Insinuating that they've just arrived here via boat. And that's not cool, because they haven't just arrived here by boat. They've been doing it for a long time, actually. They have, they really have. They came here and traded with Aboriginal people for thousands of years. They had this incredible piece of technology, this craft, that used to traverse the oceans, just in this incredible fashion. I wrote down what it was called. It was called a Toyota Tarago. Traversing the oceans without hassle, and then somehow finding itself into a KFC car park.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
No, they really did. They used to come here for thousands of years. They found a lot of like canoes and stuff like in the not the fossil record, but like they found a lot of canoes remnants. They found heaps of like wicked wings and. Oh, I'll write that down. That was fun. Now I like to think that I'm a good bloke, but I'm not. I have a neighbour, and I've been arguing with this neighbour for some time. It's very sad, very sad. And he doesn't like the height of our fence. He says it's too high. He can't see over it. Anyway, I got this argument, this screaming match. We're yelling at each other. Okay, it's ridiculous. But I got so mad, so angry, I went over in the middle of the night and slashed his tyres.
Oh my God.
He was so upset. He was crying because he's a quadriplegic. And well done, picking on the people who deserve it. I like it. We had some autistic people in the crowd before. Hello to our autistic people. How are you guys? You're right. I wish you guys had something to look forward to in your life. I do, and I mean that in a really nice way. I wish that autistic people, when they were born with the issues that you face, I wish that God gave you a sprinkle of something exciting, like a big knob. Because how would that be if all autistic people had massive 12-inch cocks?
Yes.
Like porn would be full of all these autistic people, of these college girls just screaming, going, yes, fuck me, tism, fuck me, tism, fuck me. And you're in there slapping your ears, you love it. What I don't like is what people used to call autistic people. They used to call them retard, spastic, mong. In my hometown, there was a place called the Spastic Centre up until, I think it was the early 2000s. That's how fucked up that was. That's crazy. I much prefer what they call really autistic people today. They, them.
Oh, seriously? I've heard of that clip a few times, but I didn't realise it was from here.
In the Quran, it says, and I'll paraphrase if you don't mind, don't yell when you're having sex. Don't talk while you're having sex. Don't make conversation when you're having sex. And I just feel like that is such a missed opportunity for Muslim people. What a great opportunity to come on your wife's face and scream Allahu Akbar. And it'd be great, like the cleanup's easy. She's got a towel right there, just...
That's disgusting, guys.
I love Indian women. They're the dot on the forehead, that's so good. It's like a sniper. You'll never miss a cum shot, ever.
Oh my god.
In Australia, one woman is killed every week by her intimate partner. And it's scary to live with, right? That you might have to face something like that at some point in your life. That's fucked. But you've got to remember that we as men have to deal with horrible shit too. We have to see some of the most heinous things that this world has to offer, like women's sports. And
Oh, come on.
are there any Italians in tonight? Yeah, a couple of Italians. How you doing? Bonjour. Great thing about Italians,
You know what,
right?
guys?
You may
I
not
gotta
know
go
this, but
toilet.
older Italian men, they'll always have an espresso.
All right, we're gonna
after
have a
dinner.
toilet run.
They
How
really
long
love
we
it
got? We've got
because it
about
helps with
10 minutes.
digestion.
A
That's
bit
what they say.
longer.
It's
About
old wives'
10,
tale.
no,
That's what it is.
16,
It's actually
17
true.
minutes.
The
So
reason
we're
they
almost
do
there.
have that is so that they have enough energy
We'll go to the toilet,
when they
guys,
get
and
home
then we'll
and
come
they can
back and
beat their
finish
old
it up.
wives.
It's almost at the end, by the way. So once we get to the end, we'll work out what we're going to do next exactly. So the next video probably won't be nearly as long as the one after that. Probably won't be as long as either. So yeah, let's get back to it. We've got 16
Some
minutes left.
stereotypes aren't funny, some are true. In fact, when I bought my house, the lady, the real estate agent, was telling me about this oven that was there. And she was like just so encapsulated by how marvelous this oven was. That's all she talked about. She said, this Amelia oven, it's an Italian oven. She kept saying, this Italian oven cooks so well. This Italian oven will make a perfect dinner for anyone. And I thought to myself, lady, if I want a European oven that really cooks,
I don't look where this is going.
I will get a German oven, all right?
Oh,
We're back on the Jews. Jesus Christ. It always, wherever you look, it always comes back to the Jews. If you're a pedophile and you die of a heart attack whilst having sex with a child, is it appropriate at your funeral to say he died doing what he loved?
that's a terrible joke.
I went to a gay wedding recently and it was great, it was wonderful, fantastic. And at the end, there was only one little difference. Instead of saying till death do we part, they said till AIDS do we part. I don't even want to.
Yeah, be
There
careful
was
what
a
you
young
say.
child who disappeared, named William Tyrrell. Now, William Tyrrell disappeared, I think it was about 10 years ago now. He was never found. A lot of suspects, a lot. And it's one of those cases where you just want to know if it'll ever be solved. He went missing in a Spider-Man outfit. This cute little kid, tiny, like 3 years old or something.
Yeah, 3 years
And
old.
I saw on Halloween a kid dressed as William Tyrrell
Oh God.
in my deep freezer. It was...
This really got such a weird sense of humour.
If I may, I would like to, for a moment, give a shout out to the LGBTQ community,
Here we go.
which is now, I wrote it down, known as the LGBTQQIP2SAA
What the hell?
community. What does it stand for? Well, I'm glad you asked. It stands for the lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer, questioning, intersex, pansexual, two-spirit. You know what two-spirit is? It's a Native American thing. Like the Native Americans had this two-spirit sort of thing. I like Native American people. I think it's an amazing culture. I really do. I love how they call their chiefs like these really cool names, like Chief Sitting Bull. I think Indigenous people in Australia should like take up that sort of mantra and replace their chiefs' names with like Chief Sink and Piss.
No.
The brave warrior punch and darts. If you're not Australian, look up all of those words. It's hilarious. Asexual, so if you're not rooting, then you're a part of the community. How good. So ugly people are in. And ally, if you're a friend. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful community. I just want to give a shout out to the gay dudes, though. Why are you in that group? Why are you in a group full of teenagers who think they're cats? As far as I know, you blokes love fucking like just rooting buttholes. Like, why are you there? You shouldn't be there. You dudes don't belong there. I don't like lesbians. They don't belong anywhere, to be frank. I don't know, like young dudes here. Hey, going young blokes. I'm sure you love lesbians. You think you love lesbians. But here's the thing you don't know about lesbians, is lesbians in real life look more trans than trans people.
Oh.
Don't meet your heroes, that's about lesbians, okay? I have no time for lesbians. I have no time for lesbians because they think of themselves far too much. They always talk about their sex life. They're like, oh, we fuck, my wife and I, we fuck. We're fucking lesbians and we fuck. We just have so much sex. You don't have sex, you just juice each other's orange. Like, that's all you fucking do.
Yeah, that's
all you
true.
do. You just get a bit of pulp happening. I'd be angry too if I just got fingered all the time. Imagine getting fingered all the time. How bad's that? Ladies, how bad's fingering? Especially when dudes are doing it. Like, dudes can't finger. They just jam in there like they're trying to get the flavouring at the bottom of a packet of fucking biscuits. Give a shit. No wonder they're mad all the time. I'm a big fan of the body positivity community. Really am. Really love them. I love chicks with big bellies. They're so brave and powerful. Hate fat dudes. They suck. Bad. Lazy. Shit people. Fat women. Awesome. Cool. Great. And I think it's great that we promote this to young people. I think we should really promote it just to everyone, really. We all should be as big as we want to be. And they're doing it everywhere. Even Mattel, who brought out the Barbie doll. They brought out Fat Barbie. Hey, what's Fat Barbie? Who wants to play with Fat Barbie? Fucking not me. Barbie herself is supposed to be this hot blonde with big boobs that Ken wants to root. Who wants to fuck Fat Barbie? Not Ken. Ken doesn't want to fuck Fat Barbie. Fat Barbie's not going to the dream house. That bitch doesn't fit. They have released a whole new range of Barbie dolls alongside Fat Barbie. There's Wheelchair Barbie. That's a cross promotion with Hot Wheels. There's Down Syndrome Barbie, but you can just buy regular Barbie and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. You get sort of the same thing.
Oh.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I always end my show exactly the same. I like to tell a story that's very close to my heart, a story of tragedy and triumph, success, tears, and a little bit of lube. This is the story about my dog Littlefoot and the most horrific thing that I've ever seen. The story begins like this. I have a dog called Littlefoot, beautiful little dude, named after the movie The Land Before Time. Great show. Yeah, thank you. I had nothing to do with it. And Littlefoot is a gem. He's a beautiful little guy, but he's a shit. He's a shit. This dog, when we first got him, he shat in one of my good shoes. Not around the shoe, in the fucking shoe. He was a shit. Now, Littlefoot, one night we went out, my wife Claire and I, we went out to dinner. Probably got back an hour later. He was a puppy. We didn't want to leave him for too long. 10 minutes in there, 10 minutes back, 40 minutes having dinner. Not that long at all. But we came back to a scene. Still gives me flashbacks. You see, Littlefoot had this teddy. And he had this problem with this teddy where all he wanted to do was fuck this teddy. And this isn't like, you know, cute humping, like, oh my God, he was trying to fuck this fucking teddy. He was trying to rape the teddy. That's what he was doing, he was raping the teddy. And we walked inside and we see this teddy on the ground, just like little panties on the floor. Just a little. Littlefoot looked so guilty. He was looking at us like, and the little teddy bear was looking at us going, help. Help me, please. Help. I didn't believe her at first, but Littlefoot had this look on in his eyes. It looked like something horrific had happened, and then I spotted it. Littlefoot had humped this teddy so much, with so much friction, that he had retracted his foreskin all the way down to the base of his dick. Now, I don't know if you know much about dogs' dicks. I didn't. But they have two glands right at the base. I thought it was his balls, that he had retracted the foreskin all the way to his balls, and his balls were out. But no, it was just the glands. And these glands swell. And they swell during dog intercourse to make sure that the female dog can't get away.
Oh, God.
But he was there with his entire cock out. And cocks are long if you really take them out. They can be. This one was. It was like, you know how dudes measure their dicks? They measure it not from the actual base of the penis, but from like an inch inside. That's what we saw. Claire was in hysterics. She was like, oh my God, he's puppy doodle. I was freaking out. And I started Googling. That's what I do. I Google things. I was freaking out. And they said if you don't get the dick back inside, it might dry out, get infected, and he could lose his penis. A fate worse than death.
Yeah, definitely for a
So I got
male.
on the phone to the emergency vet. And I called the emergency vet. And I said to her, g'day, my name's Isaac Butterfield. I've got a dog here with an issue. And she said, Isaac, interesting. I said, yeah. Anyway, what's happening is my dog has humped this teddy so much that the foreskin's retracted. I can see the glands and shit. She's like, wow, really? That sounds like quite the kerfuffle. I said, yes, his cock's exploded. A kerfuffle indeed. I'll never forget what she said to me next. She said, do you have any lube? I promise you, that was a real conversation. And I was a younger man at the time, and I was proud. I was like, yeah, I got lube. And I walked up to my lube drawer, and I got out a bottle of out-of-date caramel lube.
Oh, boy.
And I said, I'd love on the phone. I was like, is caramel lube okay? She said, I don't know, I've never tried it. I said, fair enough. So what I did was I got down. I said, come here, Littlefoot. I said, everything's going to be all right. I lied to him. Poured the lube into my hand. I had a glove on. I'm not a fucking weirdo. And I started to work the shaft. Just trying to get the skin to slip back over. And I was working the shaft, and I just read about edging, so I stopped for a bit. Like Like, I wanted to help him out, but conversely, I didn't want to make him come. Can you understand where I'm coming from? I was working the shaft, and it just wasn't. I was starting to sweat. He was trying to suck himself off because of the delicious caramel nectar. And it just didn't work. And I got back up. He stayed and sucked himself off for a bit. I got back up, and I said to old love on the phone, I said, surely, I can't keep doing this. This happened for like 2 or 3 minutes. Has to be a better way. Has to be an easier option. She said, there's one more thing we can try. She said, have you got any fruit juice? I said, yeah, I've got some fruit juice. So I got some OJ, and I dipped Littlefoot's dick in OJ, not the footballer. I dipped it in. And because of the sugar content, his penis started to shrivel up, and it went back inside the foreskin. The day was saved. His dick wasn't going to dry out. I didn't have to wank him anymore. He was going to be all right. Our little guy was going to be okay. And I was so happy. Claire was happy. We're all happy. Littlefoot was happy, really happy.
I bet he was.
And then I started to not be as happy because I thought to myself, hang on. Why didn't we try that fucking first?
That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking he was going to say that.
And I'm a man. So I asked her. I said, why didn't we try the fucking fruit juice first? I've been here wanking me dog off. She said, oh, when you rang up, I recognised your name. I hate your YouTube videos. I'm a vegan. Fuck you.
I knew it.
Hey, Sydney, thank you so much for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys, at the end.
Good night. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.
So yeah, guys, that was that. I just had to watch it because you had it for free and all that, so why not watch it? Something special, something different. I mean, not a lot of people stayed, but it is what it is. Let's move on, guys, to the actual stuff I want to do. Alright, so what do we want to watch? There are things I do need to watch. Actually, there is something I do want to watch that, yeah, I might put off, well, something I want to do today, but I'll put that off for next stream. I want to do one video that's here, and then do the next video, next stream with other stuff. So yeah, we'll get ready to finish the recording.